Welcome back to one of the Bears Private Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday. It is September 15th, and I'm back breaking down a doubleheader for Monday night. Not a good day on Sunday. We did learn a lot. I'm going to go kind of game by game here of all the games on Sunday. First of all, Dallas didn't cover. Chiefs just didn't cover. We had the over in the Ravens game. That did hit. Colston Loveland didn't score. We have Bijan Robinson tonight over 3.5 catches. And what else did we have? Bears plus 6.5. Whoops. Yeah. Lions. We'll just start there. Lions 52-21 over the Bears. Lions look like a good team, which means the Packers may win the Super Bowl. They've looked really good back-to-back weeks. The Packers have. Bears probably not a very good team. Dallas game 40-37 final. Russell Wilson threw for 450 plus yards. That is, we we, we have problems. We have severe problems if Russell Wilson's cooking us for 450 yards. Thank God Brandon Aubrey exists, or we would have lost that game. Should have lost that game 5 different times. Neither one of those teams deserved to win that game. We will take the win, though. Baltimore game, Baltimore's up there with the Packers as a Super Bowl contender, even though the Baltimore Ravens usually choke in the playoffs. They look pretty good. Mac Jones looked good today against New Orleans. The Patriots looked pretty good today against Miami. Offensive battle, even when Tua looked decent, the Miami Dolphins still lose. So the Miami Dolphins are a very bad team. Joe Burrow goes down with what they're calling a toe injury. So bad news there for the Bengals. They are 2-0, 31-27 over the Jags. Great quarterback play from Browning. I believe he's from Washington from 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, how many years ago. So he came in, got the game-winning rushing touchdown. Buffalo stomp all over the Jets 30-10. Really wasn't a game. It was 30-3 at one point. Seattle beats Pittsburgh. They get the weirdest touchdown of the year. A kickoff that Pittsburgh didn't think they had to field. It hit in the field of play, went into the end zone. Seattle recovers it for the touchdown. They take that one. Rodgers didn't look very good in that game. Rams beat the Titans. Again, the Titans are a very frisky, very physical team. Defense was decent. Rams just outpowered them in the second half. That game was pretty close throughout. Titans also, I think Titans either were tied or had a lead at halftime as well. So good game there. Colts just won on a leverage call. They missed the 60-yard field goal, hit the 45-yard field goal. Colts are a very good team. Broncos are just a good team. Both of those teams probably going to make the playoffs this year. This is my overreaction, by the way, for week 2. Carolina going up against the Cardinals. The Cardinals dominated that game all besides the last 8 minutes. It was a complete implosion. They could have lost that game outright, but Carolina found a way to cover the spread. Cardinals win at 27-22. And then finally, Eagles against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are bad. Defensively, the Chiefs are pretty good. Or at least I think they're pretty good. The Eagles are not a good team either. And I don't have a problem with the tush push. I think it's a good play. Run it if you want. If you can do what the Eagles can do, you might as well run it. But I've got a problem with both of the guards are jumping early, and the left tackle and the right tackle are usually over the ball. So everybody for the Eagles on the tush push is offsides. So I don't have a problem with the play. I have a problem with the way that the referees are calling the play. They're not throwing a flag for offsides. I know it just sounds like a dumbass Cowboys fan being mad that the Eagles can get 2 yards at any given point at any given time. But the offensive line is lining up offsides, and both guards on both crucial plays today against the Chiefs, they jumped offsides before the ball was even snapped. So horrible officiating on the tush push. Don't have a problem with the play. Don't have a problem with the Eagles. I just want it officiated fairly for every team. So that's the recap. Not a very good day, like I said. We have Bijan tonight. We have the over and the Falcons and the Vikings as well. So maybe we can try to get ourselves back to 500. Let's talk about Monday Night Football. We have a doubleheader. I'm going to talk about the Chargers game after I talk about the Tampa Bay game. I kind of like the over in this one as well. It feels like a little bit of a low number, maybe a little bit of overreaction to the Texans only putting up 9 points in week number 1. The Texans have big problems, though. The offensive line, they brought in new pieces for the bad pieces, but the new pieces they brought in are also bad. So C.J. Stroud's going to have some problems in this game. I think Tampa Bay will be able to put some pressure on him, and ultimately that's going to lead to the Texans getting a lot of 3-and-outs. I don't think C.J. Stroud is nearly as good as what is in rookie season. They've got some film on him now. He had the sophomore slump last year. He doesn't look any better this year. So I think C.J. Stroud might have peaked his rookie year. We're also seeing that with a lot of quarterbacks. Daniels has been struggling a little bit as well. So this isn't a new thing. C.J. Stroud just looks like he's struggling because people have more film on him. Tampa Bay, they got it done in week number 1 going up against Atlanta. wasn't pretty at all. I think Baker had 150 something. Bucky Irving couldn't get going. The Atlanta defense played pretty well. I'm just going to put that up to week one rust for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Whenever it mattered, Baker Mayfield went right down the field, got a touchdown. The Tampa Bay defense kind of got to stop. Luckily, Koo missed the field goal, or else that could have been a different story. But Tampa Bay got it done in week one. Good teams find a way to win, and Tampa Bay definitely found a way to win week number one. And then Baker against this secondary for the Texans, one of the best defensive units we're going to see on the season of the Houston Texans. They have a couple injuries. They still have a very good secondary. Baker's got to find a way not to turn the ball over, get the ball down the field, extend plays. Really what they need to do is hand the ball to Bucky Irving 50 times. Bucky Irving did not get going against Atlanta Falcons. He's got to get going in this game. I think Tampa Bay takes this game. I'm going to take the free 2.5 points. I think the wrong team is favored in this one. I don't think the Texans showed anything in week number one that makes anybody want to take them minus 2.5. So give me Tampa Bay plus 2.5. Like I said, the difference in this game, pressure. Tampa Bay, they got to get to C.J. Stroud. They can't get to C.J. Stroud. That caused havoc. Nico had a horrible game in week number one. I think he only had one catch. Tank Dell being out is not friendly for the Houston Texans either. They're having some problems with wide receivers. They're having some problems with the quarterback position, and the offensive line is dreadful. If the offense can't score, you can't win games. Simple as that. Tampa Bay plus 2.5 as the play. For the other play, let's do the player props first. Bucky Irving, anytime touchdown against the Houston Texans. He can do it on the ground. He can do it through the air. One of the favorite targets for Baker Mayfield out of the backfield, obviously, is Bucky Irving. He's really good on the screens. He's really good on the swing routes. He's really good on the wheel routes. So I'm going to take Bucky Irving anytime touchdown in that game. Also, Marion Hampton over the 13.5 rushing attempts, going up against the Raiders. 15 totes, I believe, in the first game going up against the Chiefs, maybe 14. But it's very clear that Najee Harris is not competing for the starting job anymore for the Chargers. Everybody can see it with their eyes. Marion Hampton is the clear-cut number one back for the Chargers. He's more explosive. He just looks better. He's finding holes. Najee Harris can't find a hole to save his life. I'm going to take Hampton over the 13.5 rushing attempts. I think that's going to be a physical game for the Chargers. And I'm going to take the Chargers minus 3. Raiders at home, opening day game for the Raiders. Chargers kind of got the short straw with Brazil being a home game for them this season. Not necessarily fair, but they got the win against the Chiefs, so nobody really cares. Chargers going on the road, once again, kind of, like I said, not very fair that they had the home game in Brazil, but they're going on the road again to face off against the Raiders. I think the Chargers are just overall better. Geno Smith showed me a lot in that first half of the Raiders in week number one. He was very good. Brock Bowers coming in this game a little bit banged up. It looks like he is going to play. Can Geno Smith duel it out with Justin Herbert? Maybe. But what Justin Herbert showed against the Chiefs is far and above way more talent than what Geno Smith showed in week number one. If Justin Herbert plays like that, this Chargers team might only lose a couple games this season. Plus, you got a star, probably going to be a star rookie running back on Marion Hampton. So everybody looked good for the Chargers. The defense played well. Justin Herbert played well. He used his feet a lot. And Quentin Johnson catching 2 touchdowns. If that's not a sign the Chargers are going to be good, I don't know what is. So give me the Chargers minus 3. Tampa Bay plus 2.5. Bucky Irving anytime touchdown. Marion Hampton over 13.5 rushing attempts. Say yards one more time. And then Chargers minus 3 as the final play of the day. Guys, it's going to do it for the NFL picks and props for Monday doubleheader, September 15th. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to like this video, and thanks for watching.